All right, we just hopped in a draft. We're gonna dive right into it. It is crunch time, week 12, Dog Bowl. Kevin, who you liking tonight? I know we did a couple drafts last night, but some news rolling in today. A couple things changed. Any angles you're looking to attack here?
Started crushing some drafts this afternoon. I think I got about 6 in. Read ETR's pace article. I think that's always the best article of the week. Giants, Lions, Colts, Chiefs, Jags, Cardinals. Thought that was interesting. They had Jags, Cardinals above Bengals, Patriots. That's probably a game I need some more stake in. What do you think about Jags, Cardinals?
Let's just take a look at some of the pieces from that game. I think ETN's going to be the most expensive. Obviously, Trey McBride. Let's take a look. What's the total on this game?
I think it's like 45.5.
I mean, I'm a little nervous about it, just in terms of Jacksonville having a decent defense. Arizona, they don't have the best defense, but I've heard some comments about they just don't really let you hit the home run. They just kind of make you dink and dunk. And I don't know, Jacksonville just doesn't really have a home run hitter right now unless BTJ gets ruled in. I mean, Parker Washington, I don't know. Do you see him as like a deep threat kind of guy?
No,
Parker Washington, I guess, isn't even
really
really getting drafted at this point.
Parker's not too much of a deep threat guy, but and with Jacoby there now working into the offense, they kind of cancel each other out. We really need BTJ to come back and be like an alpha now and have defenses have to respect Parker and Jacoby on the other side a bit. Strange should be back too. He just entered. He started practicing this week. I don't know if he's on the radar quite for week 12 here, but he's always an interesting name.
When it comes to those tight ends, my take is I'm generally more willing to scroll to them on a week where you don't have Trey McBride or Bowers on the slate. And then you also have Tyler Warren and Kelsey. So it's kind of tough to get to some of these guys, especially coming off an injury. Whereas if, let's just say, Trey McBride was playing Brock Bowers on Thursday night and then Tyler Warren had the Sunday night game and the tight end one was Travis Kelsey, I'd be like way more willing to spread out my exposures down past the tight ends that are getting drafted every time, if that makes sense. Because it's kind of just like way flatter, but there's like way more tier breaks this week. I would say it's Trey McBride in a tier of his own. It's almost like Bowers in a tier of his own. It's almost like all three of these guys are in their own tiers. And then
Hunter to Pitts, probably another tier.
That's about another tier, yeah. And then from what's getting drafted, I'd say at least 50% of the time, I would say like the Juwan to Theo range. And then Colston Loveland's probably going to be low owned. Barner's going to be somewhat low owned. And then they're on. So, yeah, no, I don't hate the strange shout, but I don't think I'm getting there this week.
Yeah, just a name to kind of start to get back on our radar moving forward. But I guess no more 12-mans or less 12-mans going forward.
Well, there's no more guessing because I just realized ETR dropped a half hour ago, and I could pull up the solver and have all the projections on screen.
Yeah.
Not that we'll completely rely on that, but it's always good to see.
ETR doesn't like Vikings, Packers, Falcons, and Saints from a pace perspective.
Let's take we should have, well, you can't really do it unless you're in a draft, so this is fine, but let's take a quick look at some tier breaks. Quarterback looks pretty flat, but after Goff, you're really dropping down. Brissett has a decent projection, Lawrence, Darnold. Yeah, no one's really standing out other than Drake May, and Dave from ETR was clicking him a bunch in the second round, so that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Running back. Oh my God, look at Travion's projection. And Crutches started pulling up Chase Brown to the second round yesterday. And look at his projection. After he was saying he was going to fade him in check handles, and then there was like a whole bit going on this morning that he was trying to throw people off. But how do you feel? How do you feel about Chase Brown?
New England's a good run defense, but I did read that maybe their like best defensive tackle is out, so more susceptible.
Okay, we're on the clock.
Yeah.
It's recommending Derrick Henry over Saquon. How do you feel? It's actually recommending Rasheed over all of them, but I think that's a bit of a reach.
So
you want Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
I have a Saquon share, that's fine. And I think we need to do a little bit better of a job of leaning into projections, at least on Wednesday, before the market catches up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's fine if we want to IKB later in the week and make our own player takes, but I think on Wednesday, like these just dropped a half hour ago, so the ADPs are not caught up whatsoever.
Yeah, 100%.
So let me get our spreadsheet open. Let me get the board up too. My bad.
There's no way Burrow plays this week. You saw I sent he was full in practice.
I wouldn't say there's no way, because Chess Liam tweeted a pretty good point that if he does play this week and they lose, then they could just bench him for the rest of the season because it doesn't matter anyway. Or I guess if he like tweaks something this week, they could just rest him until next season. But it's kind of do or die this week. So if there's any reason to play him, I guess it's this week, and then to see if you can go on like some kind of streak. I got our DBQ stats up. I also need our DBQ combos. Which I could get in the solver, but our combos are different than my total combos.
Jeez, that guy took T at 111.
I could have had him and Pickens at the 2-3. I screwed up. It was before Monday Night Football and before the Jamar Chase news, which was pretty obvious in hindsight.
I had the 12. I got Rasheed, Travion. I did a Rasheed, Travion, Hunter Henry. Did I do Swift and DK on that one? I've been taking a lot of Mooney, dude. I'd take a lot of Mooney.
You're a Mooney fish?
I am a Mooney fish this week. I'm willing to die on the Mooney sword.
Oh wow.
No, I don't like
Javonte. Wow.
Genty. Dude, I got Genty in the 4th round. Dude, get off Javonte. Get off Javonte.
Okay, relax. See, him or Drake May?
May. Let's go, May.
Why don't you like Javonte? I guess if Genty's projecting better, he's not a good pick. But that makes me feel so much better, dude, because I have a sick combo from earlier in the week. I got Bijan and George Pickens, which is like, I don't think very possible at this point. You see Pickens going here a lot.
I got Genty in the 4. I got Genty in the 9 hole. in the 4th round. I got Genty at 4.4.
Yeah, it ain't happening anymore just because
Nope.
people are slaves to ETR. Wow. I want to look at all these projections. Manuel Wilson, 14.5.
Sort it up top.
You can't.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
this is I tried, but or I have tried, and it's an overlay tool. So
Let's break this.
one day Underdog will let you put your own projections in here.
They'll become slaves to ETR like everybody else. ETR slaves. I like to start though. I like a Drake Henry start.
I was literally saying in Chad Candle's chat this morning that I'm not crazy elite quarterback this week. I feel like people are kind of overreacting to last week a little bit, but yeah.
There's also 4 of them too. So, but I do think there's a big gap between those 4 and the rest of the board, like big time. They all Hurts has a crazy good matchup versus Cowboys. Drake May has a crazy good matchup. Lamar has a crazy good matchup, and Mahomes is fighting for his life. Yeah, in a pretty good matchup. Colts D isn't anything scary.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad pick. I just feel like you can get 18 points from your quarterback in the last round, and we're passing on an elite wide receiver or running back with this pick. So in the long run, it's just like value over replacement. We're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot.
I hear you.
But we did just say we want to be slaves to projections, and the projection said Drake May. So for this first draft, let's just capitulate to the solver and see what it gives us. Because Eric Henry and May were both 10 out of 10. Actually, no, that's a lie. They wanted us to take Rasheed.
Yeah, I told you yesterday Rasheed was gonna steam. I took him and Travion at the 12-13 turn.
Yeah, it's great value. That's the only reason I'm not willing to do it, because if we get the 8-9 pick, 10 pick next draft, there's still a reasonable chance we get Rasheed.
Yeah. No, I agree. I do agree.
And Derrick Henry was
Henry's
well.
Henry's the perfect pick there, don't you think?
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe Genty's projecting that well. All right, we're on the clock. Tyler Warren.
Manuel Wilson it likes.
He's going to keep steaming up. We got him in like the 40s yesterday. Doesn't love Judkins. What do you want to do? We did Warren twice yesterday.
It's okay though. Different.
You want to do it again? Whatever. I'm down.
I feel like that's a pick now.
Yeah, especially at that price. People are just seeing the projections, and I mean, he's still projecting above everyone else. So
let's see the board.
Yeah, I don't think you were cheap Emmanuel Wilson exists anymore. He used to fall to 42 to 44, and I think now he's going to be going more 3-4 turn.
It's actually funny. I was doing some drafts today, and I was like, do I wait for like ETR to drop and like kind of, just get more information? And I'm glad I did. I didn't wait. I feel like everybody was so much cheaper.
It's a balancing act. You want to do some before, some after, because now you can't get Emmanuel Wilson where we were getting him
with some of those combos. And same with Genty is going to be hard too with some combos. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What's going to be unique now?
What's going to be unique now is if we take Ramondre last round and Ramondre gets ruled in, steams up to like the 5th, 4th round. I don't think he'll steam up much, but he could easily be the guy still.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they're projecting him. That's what I really want to see, that, because they only had Travion for 11 points. Ooh, Kamara's projecting well. We got him 6th round.
Yeah, he's a great 6th round pick.
Crutches was all over Aaron Jones. He's projecting well, of course. Ramondre 10 points. So, I mean, as a guy who's going undrafted for the most part, last round, it's not bad.
We got to think of the adjustments though. They're saying they think Ramondre's playing. They don't think Jacobs is playing. They think Warren's playing. Looks like they have Warren projected. Did somebody pick him?
Not yet. I thought Crutches was going to go Aaron Jones. I would like Aaron Jones.
Last draft I was in, I think Mathology got Warren at the 6-12 spot.
Jalen Warren?
Mm-hmm.
6'12"? Like
the last pick of the draft.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a sick pick.
Insane, right?
Yep. After this next pick, I am going to announce the next giveaway. Let's see, Jalen Warren. There he goes. So, yeah, that's a sick value for Mathology. We're all rooting for him. 1, 2, 3, me, you, Math. Aaron Jones, damn. Buster Boys is the king sniper. Let's take Kamara, but that's a little rich. So I think I got to put the ADP weight adjustment on a little higher. Still likes Kamara. What do you want to do?
Kamara. I like him. I haven't won a lot of teams. I mean, him or Swift. Cool with either.
So we're leaning on projections.
Yeah, we did say that. That was the comment I was going to make.
The only thing
we went Tyler Warren over the projections a bit, but it's okay.
True. All right, next draft. No matter what, we're capitulating to the solver for at least one. I just want to see what how it turns out.
So
we'll turn on some correlation too.
I think it wanted us to take Emmanuel Wilson instead of Tyler Warren, right?
It did, yeah. But we have 4th round Emmanuel Wilson from yesterday, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah, dude, we got Emmanuel Cooker Wilson so much cheaper yesterday and this afternoon, bro. Like,
chill. Let's see. We got Emmanuel Wilson and Alvin Kamara late, JSN, Marv Harrison, Q Tag, Tyler Warren, Jalen Hurts. So for someone that doesn't like elite quarterback, I have a lot so far.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only a couple teams. But hold
I need
on,
more Goff.
Goff's going expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So this week's giveaway, last week, Brian the Goober won. It was a heads-up flip against Chad Candles. If you watched the last stream, we ran a wheel. It was a tight, sweaty race, but he got this whole lot of cards. Kind of a nice steal right there, honestly. Bunch of good rookies. But tonight, if you're watching, what do you want to do for the code word? I'll let you call it.
Do the player's last name.
Well, we got a couple cards here. You want to wait to see the cards to make the decision?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we've got a Javonte Williams rated rookie. We've got a Christian Gonzalez pink prism rookie.
Wow.
We've got a Justin Herbert Luminance rookie card. We've got a CeeDee Lamb absolute rookie. And then a Jalen Hurts premier level rookie.
Wow.
What's the code word for the people?
Comment CD Herbert.
CD Herbert. All right, you heard him.
Oh, we're up.
All right, we're up.
Romeo. Jealous.
It's projecting the best. You just want to click it?
Yep.
Unless you want to do the Xavier Worthy mini that we tried to do yesterday.
I do not want Xavier Worthy.
So we're just going complete parlay card here, but It'll project well. No real correlation going on. It's all right. We could try to find a nice little mini at the end here.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark MVP said, nice cards. Found this channel from Chad's stream. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to be eligible for those cards, comment, what was it? CD Herbert?
Yeah.
And we're going to spin a wheel on the next stream. And yeah, appreciate you coming over from Chad's stream. Really been enjoying those every morning. Both of us hang out in that chat and getting those drafts when we can. So yeah, if you're watching right now and you're not familiar with Chad Candles, make sure you check him out. He does dog bowl drafts, battle royales. He does best ball content, eliminator content, stuff like that. So let me drop Chad's YouTube in the comments here. CD Herbert.
It's good enough. That works.
Yeah, that's good.
Officially in the drawing.
As of right now, you're the winner until someone else comments.
Since you're a Caitlin Clark fan, I got it. Funny enough. Certainly not giving these away, but this is her rookie year blaster box. I'm a huge Caitlin Clark fan as well. I got a ton of her cards.
Oh, what's up, Go Easy Cards? Thanks for stopping by. He said Chad shout out this morning is why you have a new sub. Good evening, gents.
Yeah,
let's go. I'm pretty sure you qualified for the dog bowl, right? Congratulations. That's so awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. I've seen his name in a bunch of my drafts.
Hell yeah. We got another CD Herbert.
Guaza, you collect cards. Hopefully I'm saying that right.
Go AZ cards, like Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, got you. Go AZ cards. I'm Merck's cards in Chad's chat. Oh, we're up.
Hold on, we're on the clock. Focus up real fast. Yeah. It wants us to tick worthy mini. Let's just do we need some correlation. It's just
yeah. It's a decent
not
game.
The worst.
He did miss practice today with an ankle thing, which was interesting.
Worthy did?
Yeah.
That's fine. We could swap to Thornton.
For sure.
CD Herbert. Sorry, we got two people in the giveaway. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Yeah, we've been doing this since last season. We started out with more friends and family home league advice, and it was actually getting more views, but we just didn't really enjoy it as much. We were drafting behind the scenes, and just streaming drafts is way more fun. Don't you agree?
Yeah, for sure. Pimo got me into best ball this year. We've played fantasy against each other for a really long time. So it's nice to team up with each other and kind of attack tournaments together and share our strategies and theories. So it's nice to share the content with you guys, just like Chad does, and just to see, more draft boards, give people more information, share some thoughts. If you take one thing away, I always think that's a win. Change your thought process on one game or a player, open your mind a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's been a blast. And you've always found those deep player takes, and I'm excited for you to get them in these contests now, because we were on JCM that week when he was less than 1% and went for like almost 30 points. And just been, a fun season. And we do have Go AZ cards in the draft here. He went Jonathan Taylor.
Let's go.
So he likes Jonathan Taylor at the 101. I've been seeing it get mixed up, so don't think you can go wrong either way. Kenneth Walker, like that. Good matchup against Tennessee. Didn't see his projection. I kind of want to see how he's projecting. And then Diggs in a great matchup against the Bengals. I was a little worried about DJ Turner, but my partner Kevin here says he's not. You want to reiterate why you like Diggs this week?
I think he just plays enough out of the slot. They'll move him around. I just don't see Turner like shadowing him, or Diggs isn't running the X kind of all the time. That's going to be Booty, if anything. So
100%. And then we had May already by the time he picked Diggs. So he went for the Dak Prescott, Jake Ferguson back stack. I like that. And then Shaheed for the secondary team stack with Kenneth Walker. We've talked about this a bunch. When you pair teammates, you want to make sure they have a good team total, which the Seahawks do. I believe it's 27 and change, something like that. Like, you don't really want to do it with, let's just say, Judkins and Harold Fannin, because the Browns are probably projecting 17 points at best. So I like that team a lot. You got Fantasy Grinder in here who won the Battle Royale and a Dog Bowl seat. See what he did. You want to review this team?
Yeah, we got Bijan. Always a great play this week. He's projecting super well. AJ Brown. Not huge on AJ, but it's easy to see how he blows up this week versus the Cowboys. They're going to have to throw a ton, I think. With Lane Johnson out, I think they lean into the passing game more. They might struggle to run it like they have all year with Saquon. So they might have to lean into AJ and Devontae, like him, those two, and Goddard. I'd probably need more of AJ. Can't hate Mahomes in a must-win. Henry against the worst tight end defense in the league. Bring back Pittman on Mahomes. That's kind of the debate of the week this week is Pierce versus Pittman down there. I see it go so many different ways and see so much different value there. So that's really a ball take pick, I think. I don't it's what side are you on? I'm on the Pierce side personally. But can't hate on Pittman's longer track record there. Charbonnet, kind of hoping on some tutties, but that's probably a nice play with the Titans matchup. Big team total. I think they talked about getting Ken more, but it's good leverage off Ken too, who's going much higher. So
they're both probably good plays. And then we got a question here from Caitlin Clark, MVP. You want to read that one?
Yeah, with Thursday's games for Detroit and Baltimore, do you think if they're ahead in the fourth, they rest the players?
What was the team we were talking about last night that has a quick turnaround? Was it the Ravens against the Bengals, or was it a different team? Yeah, let's pull that up real quick because that's a good point that I think we were talking about last night a little bit.
Detroit in the past has always kept the foot on the pedal. So, but I forget who. I think it was the Commanders. They pulled Goff in the fourth, which was interesting, where people really thought they were going to slam them because they bounced them in the playoffs. But I think the Giants keep up enough. It's in the dome. So they're going to want to show out in front of the home crowd maybe a little bit more than on the road where they played Washington. Yeah, Thursday's the Thanksgiving game. That's the night game. Yeah.
And then Lions play.
So both of them are coming off.
Lions play the Packers. Yeah, so they both have short weeks, easy matchups. No, it's a good shout. We were on this narrative last night, not just because they're going to smoke them and pull their starters, but more so for the look ahead to Thursday. I didn't even think about the Lions. We were more so thinking on the Ravens, so that's a good shout. Don't think it's a fade by any means, but I think the field is super high on the Lions. And
do you think that makes this maybe like a Monty play? If you're gonna he kind of elevates. If they're gonna want to rest, the one guy they can expend is 100% Monty.
Yeah, no, it's a good shout. I sent you that tweet today from Underdog that said Campbell wants to get him more touches. So Crutches took him, and he's always ahead of the curve. So I snagged him in one. The other team was Baltimore against the Jets. Right? Detroit and Baltimore. Yeah. They play the Bengals on Thursday night. And assuming Burrow comes back this week or Uncle Joe can get the job done, next week's going to be pretty important for them as a way to stay alive in the division. So I was a little more onto the narrative of getting Lamar going this week. They're using the game. But with the short turnaround, it makes it a little less likely. He hasn't quite run since being back from the injury.
with the hamstring. So that's kind of an interesting spot for Lamar. What do you think? Do you think they blow the Jets out, Mr. Jets fan?
They have a good team total. And to blow them out, they got to score touchdowns, right? So I will have my fair share of Ravens. I'm just not going to overdo it. I think that's a good shout by Caitlin Clark, MVP. Let's get in another. Let's see. Let's see how many we need. We need 2 more. If anyone in the chat wants to hop in. Man, the last Dog Bowl week, and then it's back to the BR streets. But BR streets have been kind, and when I'm really focused on them, I feel like I attack them a bit differently. Because I feel like I've just been like kind of rushing my BRs the last couple of weeks at the end of the week because I've been so focused on Dog Bowl. But beginning of the season, I was like killing it in the BR. I'm excited to get back in there, like at a good clip.
So I'm so galaxy brained on players. We talked about how I feel better in the 12s, but I'm excited to get back into the 6s too. After doing a lot just straight 12s.
Well, I think it'll help too that once we do some battle royale streams and you just kind of seeing me go through them and going through the process more, because you definitely want to scroll. You don't want to just take the best by ADP every time, but there's like a science to it, a bit more of a balance. Like getting a you could have got to Michael Wilson in the 6-mans last week, and I did. You just wouldn't want to take Michael Wilson, Rashid Shaheed, Colston Loveland, like you like scrolling at every pick. You know, you want to build like high projecting lineups with maybe 1 or 2 scrolls. And once you, I don't think you had the projections. Like I got you more onto the ETR stuff. I don't think you were really attacking the battle royales with any projection sources.
Correct.
If that makes sense. Caitlin Clark MVP says excited for playoff best ball. I hopped in a couple drafts and I need to brush up because I feel like there's a very nuanced strategy to those contests.
Yeah, I'm sticking to the DBQ, going hard, and then I will shift to playoff best ball and Turkey Bowl next week.
Yeah, the turkey drafts are gonna be a lot of fun, and yeah, playoff best ball. I'm excited for like the Badge Bros and some of the other Underdog creators to do some content on it because I need a refresher.
Yeah,
Legendary
get a look ahead of the
upside.
schedules a bit. Look at some matchups, some bringbacks. Where we at? 110.
Yeah, hopefully we can get Rashid. Yeah, I'm excited for playoff best ball too because if I can learn how to play it well, I feel like that'll make the playoffs so much more fun to watch. I'm honestly just excited for summer best ball to become playoffs. You know, like everything we drafted before the season to actually become a sweat. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
As well. Too early for playoff best ball. Had so many dead teams because of early drafts. Yeah, that's the problem too. Is you just don't have enough information yet. It's so tempting though. You see it in the lobby, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to hop in one. But I'm with Kevin. I think I am gonna just focus on Dog Bowl for 1 more week, and then I'm gonna have no choice but to switch it up, do some other stuff.
Caitlin Clark. I'll catch up with the stream later, putting the kids down. Thanks for the content. Anytime. Thanks for coming around. And check out the giveaway next Tuesday when we spin the wheel.
Yeah, you're eligible. Just a reminder for everyone watching, comment CD Herbert I guess that's
CD Herbert.
CEEDEE
CD Herbert.
for a chance to win these cards. Some rookie cards, nothing crazy. Just thank you for you guys watching.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Get the board up. Actually, I really want to just like kind of dive into these projections. What was Kenneth Walker? 12.5. Genty's one's crazy. I guess they're just projecting Josh Jacobs out. Yep.
We're probably going Rashidi here if he's there.
Chris is a projections bro too, I think. Yeah. Crap.
Who's it like?
CD.
I guess.
I mean, we don't have to do it. You like Hendo better? He's not projecting well now.
No. Yes, it likes Chase Brown next. Probably get Chase on the flip. So let's go.
God, Chase Brown was going late third round.
No.
I feel like we were all just scared off the Patriots matchup, but he's probably going to get 10 targets.
Yeah, and they're missing a good player, so on that D line.
Yeah, it's too bad.
You want a deep name for Cincinnati, New England?
Are you going to say Noah Fant or Mike Gesicki? Jermaine Burton? Mason
Closer,
Tinsley?
though. Mitch Tinsley.
Mitch Tinsley?
Mitch Tinsley.
What's he projecting? 4 points? Nah, get out of here. We're not doing no Mitch Tinsley, boy.
Bro, he's this week Sean Tucker, bro. I'm telling you.
This week, Sean Tucker.
Bro, I just
It's
told
probably
you.
David Montgomery.
This is Mitch Tinsley. It's Mitchell Tinsley.
All right, we're going
Chase. We're going Chase. Or Drake. Likes Drake? No.
We just did that, but I don't want to go. I'm kind of off the elite QB train. I guess
Chase then.
It's ugly.
Let's rip him up, dude. Let's rip his
projection.
ADP up.
We're projection bros through and through.
Just PBs, dude. PBJs. Projection bro Joes.
I really hate taking him over Javonte, especially. Well, I guess I don't know.
PBJs. Projection bro Joe.
This was greedy.
Yeah, it's chill. This team is elite. Unique. It's unique elite in that sense. You know what I mean?
Don't get goofy on me. We need to ship the. we have 1 week to ship the dog bowl.
Dude. Wow, we skipped Bowers. What were we doing there?
I don't know. We panicked.
Why did I not see Bowers, dude? Why was it not recommending him?
All right. This is this draft. We'll just take whatever the solver says for one time, and then next draft we're gonna go back to being normal. Okay.
Yeah.
We said we were gonna do that just to see what it gives us.
Mm-hmm.
These were both 10 out of 10 project. I guess it wanted us to take May though, no? But it changed. It wanted us to take a skill player plus May because once we took CD, then it changed its mind on Chase Brown.
Yeah, I've seen ETN all the way up at like 13.
Yeah,
too. I have seen him as late too.
Yeah,
like 28. But
Go Easy Card said ETR affecting drafts. ETN at 28 and Javonte Williams 29 in the pre-draft.
I guess pre-rankings drafts.
Or maybe the last draft he did. I didn't even see what ETN's projection was, but I know Javante's starting to fall because if Genti's projecting better, no one's going to click him
Yeah.
when you could just wait.
He seems to have hit a wall just a little bit. But
Yeah, no, I knew what you meant on ETN. You saying they went 28, 29 in the last draft probably because he's saying post ETR, which just dropped an hour ago. I kind of like Javonte Williams. I don't know why, but maybe it's bad. I haven't even taken him yet, though. Like, that's such a nice combo, in my opinion.
Ferguson had the blow-up game the first time they played, but his route tree is like way different than what it looked like that first week.
He said, I'm in a different draft join before you. Yeah, no, it makes sense. That's crazy they fell that far, though. Especially ETN. I didn't see what his projection was, though. I want to take like a long, hard look at. I wish you could sort him. It's kind of annoying.
Ken's still kind of in that same spot. That range from like Ken to Swift to Aaron Jones is a you gotta know ball. You gotta pick. There's like a point one difference in projection is crazy. That's why like the solver is really probably best for like correlation and projection, using the projections as a guide as best as possible. But
yeah, just for this early draft, for this projections just drop draft. I wanted to do one where we capitulate entirely, see what it gives us. But we didn't because we didn't take Drake May. It changed its mind on us. But it's all right.
We can go Emmanuel here.
Still cheaper than it'll be tomorrow.
Emmanuel Cooker Wilson. Do some dumb shit sometimes.
Guess, yeah. We're just gonna capitulate, right? And then next draft we're
PBJs.
We'll it's next draft will be get your guy season. This draft capitulate to the projections because it's saying Chase Brown's projected for 16 points. That's wild. And then Travion, 11, who's going first round every draft. Hopefully we can get our Travion sheet once people adjust. Jody. So we got 2 running backs now. Don't hate Hunter Henry. Oh, now Wandale.
Hunter Henry came to mind before I saw the projections. It's him or Wandale.
I had so much Wandale last week. I mean, not as much. I had more Michael Wilson than Wandale, but Wandale was number 2. Game script wise, I mean, I'm in. Do you want to take a look at some of these? Alan Cook. I just don't know how I could have played this any better, just ADP wise. It could have just been reach at this pick. But I think we looked at this last night. Had the nut wide receiver combo next, and then Jacobs failed, Gadsden failed. But you'll probably see a good amount of Wandale littering these, like the Jacoby double stack. Derek was good. Harvey and Wandale pooped.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm back in on Wandale though.
Dart's back because, you know.
Man, CMC Michael Wilson. Bijan Michael Wilson. Kittle. Just couldn't get the pieces to come together, but it's so close.
Mm-hmm.
Best week yet. Even though I lost money. Such a stupid contest, but it's so much fun. Go Easy Card said, what projected low scoring game could blow up? I think, were you saying you liked Falcon Saints as that potential high pace?
ETR didn't love it. What else we got here?
Let me pull up fantasy labs.
I personally like Steelers Bears, I think, more than the market. I feel like it could just get wonky. Could be a few turnovers from both Caleb and Rudolph, which could just make that game script crazy. And so you could just see both teams like kind of staying on the attack the whole time and having to stay aggressive. That's a 45.5 point total, so it's not like crazy deep. Vikings Packers is 41.5, which is like pretty gross. It's outside in Green Bay. Those games have generally been kind of pretty crazy, but no. I mean, Browns Raiders is ugly. It's 36.5 point total, but I think you can guess one of the running backs right in that game. Judkins or Genty being a piece on a winning team.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it is Packers, Vikings, or yeah, I would have said Saints, Falcons, but Vegas does not agree. Neither does ETR.
Yeah.
So they're way down on Packers, Vikings too.
I also think it's like somewhat like relatively expensive pieces for Saints and Falcons. Like, you know, Bijan's high. Olave has been second round some of the week. Juwan's always kind of getting drafted. Kamara's going to steam up here. So Saints are kind of becoming expensive pieces in that sense.
Yeah. But it's hard. It's like everyone's gravitating to these same games. So I like the question because sometimes you do need to find those sneaky gems in the low total games. Like, what do you think the total last week was on Falcons Panthers? You needed Tet, you needed Bijan. Bijan was obviously easier to get to. That's a good question, though. Ooh, there goes Ramondre.
I think one thing you look for in a low total game that could blow up is just two bad defenses. But even though the offenses are bad, it's just the defenses are worse than how bad the offenses are, which that could be Browns and Raiders. But I think Bowers and Genty could dominate. Could be a nice little.
Said he just took a Pitts Cousins backstack. We talked about that before. Not that specific backstack, but we were talking about Kirk Cousins.
I'm a Commanders fan, so the history with Kirk Cousins goes deep.
Never know.
But I think he's in play. I mean, the Saints doesn't scare you by any means.
Whoa. We're going to get sniped 100%, but how is Goff still available? We're getting sniped for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What?
That'd be nice with Wandale, too.
It is nice. And I don't mind naked Goff.
Oh, let's go. We got him. We can go. Yeah. I don't hate Brock Wright, dude.
It's recommending Andrews, but let's see if I turn correlation all the way up if it ever wants to get to Brock Wright. No, let's see if I add variance. Likely.
Taysom Hill and Fant.
Brock Wright's probably projecting poorly. 5 points. Took a Pitts Cousins backstack. Yeah, I mean, if it was week 1, I feel like we'd definitely be attacking the.
I've taken a ton of Mooney, to be fair, and
Dome game.
Pitts was the better play when they played Miami when Cousins played in that one. I think Cousins will be better than what the field is expecting.
What's up, fuck coolers? I'm a poker player, so I love the name. And he said, I do like the Steelers, Bears, and the 6-man drafts because current ADPs have that game not being drafted much at all right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good shout for sure. Here, let's make our pick real quick and get back to that question. Yeah. Do you like Andrew? I guess let's just fully capitulate to the solver, and then the next one we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Unless you want Brock Wright. Do you want Brock Wright?
No, let's go Andrews. I like Andrews.
Weird team.
We got a little correlation already.
It's fine. But yeah, that's the fun part about drafting these 12-mans is when you go over to the 6-mans, you're like, what the hell? Like this guy that's steaming up to the second round that's not even being drafted that's projecting super well. So kind of gives you like the secret cheat codes almost, feels like. In 12-mans, I assume not the same thing. Yeah.
It's honestly not super popular. Swift kind of gets played. I did take a Swift DK team. I like that correlation kind of. I think Rudolph will be better for DK than Rodgers. And I also see Tomlin trying to stop the run and making Caleb beat him in the pass. That's my expectation.
Yeah, I mean, to the point in the 12-mans, I mean, we just saw Caleb go in the last round. What other pieces from that game? Swift going pretty late, 4th round. Monungai essentially undrafted.
It's really Swift, Odunze, and then maybe Loveland. Loveland gets picked in like the last round, but he's been going undrafted at times with how much Komet has been playing too. So
Metcalf going 3rd. But yeah, no, that we'll draft a team next that makes a lot more sense. That one we were just complete projection bros. We capitulated. Don't love it, but you never know. We got good price on Goff. There is the correlation with Wandale. We're just saying no, Goff doesn't run one in necessarily, but maybe he throws one to each of his skill players. None of them get home, but he still goes off for 4 touchdowns. And then Wandale's on the other side trying to catch up. Got 2 good projecting running backs. I think Emmanuel Wilson will continue to steam up if Jacobs gets ruled out. According to AI, which you can't always trust AI, it says it's highly unlikely a player that got a knee contusion will return the next week. So I'm going with that. And we got another comment here. You want to read that one?
I was liking Brock Wright as well until site projections came out and nobody else seemed to like him. Yeah, I think there are some good options this week, so it is a little bit hard to get them. There's 12 decent options. I mean, Theo, Pitts, you can get the Fan and Andrews, Juwan, Ferguson, Goddard. I mean, it is deep week there, so. But it's a way to get different. I think that's the way to think about it. You know, yeah, nobody's getting to it, but that's all the more reason, like, that's your angle on the week to think about it. So if you'd like it, go with it. You're not spending like a ton of capital on it ever. So, you know, it's different than taking an angle like early rounds. You're spending way more capital on it. So
Yeah, I guess the one counter argument, or to play devil's advocate, Levitan from ETR was saying, I guess Brock Wright got 7 targets last game, and he's like, at that point, you're just doing the opposing defense a favor. Like, you have such better players. Like, why aren't you throwing it to them? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, when you have Maseratis and Gibbs and JMO, right? Like, it's a great point. It's a great point.
We'll mix it in though. We'll get there. And then one more comment before we hop in the next draft. Go Easy Car says, I have a few DK Odunze teams in 12 man. That's actually really nice. Just looking at this board, you got Odunze going in the 3rd, and then Metcalf going in the 3rd. It's just kind of hard to see at this point those ADPs lining up in the 3rd and the 4th. So, or just like both of those falling to the end of the 3rd, getting them at the 3-4 turn, click. So yeah, that's nice. Nice correlation too on a game that we think's a little sneaky.
I've been a little surprised nobody's taking chances on like DJ Moore and Burden. Just really, or Pittsburgh tight ends are off this week too. So
DJ Moore, Burden.
I think people are just struggling to find an angle of how to play it. But I do think you attack with the wide receivers in that game. The DBs are terrible on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you would have to pull Caleb up to get any kind of stack with that, and then at that point, you're missing out on a decent 5th rounder. So I don't know. It's just kind of hard to get to, I guess. But it was also kind of hard to get to Jacoby, Michael Wilson stacks last week. You had to force it, and that worked out. So sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone if there's an angle you like. Let's jump in another. See the fill rate, 31%. I think Mathology said if it was at 30% today. I don't know if he said afternoon or night, but that meant that it would be filled by Friday, Saturday latest. So I don't think it's definitely not going to Sunday this week. Last week it filled. When did we do that emergency stream? That was Friday night last week.
Was it Friday or Saturday? I think it might have been Saturday.
I think, yeah, maybe it was Saturday night, and it closed as we finished drafting. And this one that came in the top 10 was literally in like the final draft. Because I was starting to panic. I was like, I'm gonna get nuked by Josh Allen and Lamar. Yeah. Not necessarily Lamar like as much because the matchup just wasn't there and they weren't gonna get pushed as much, but I was like, we even talked about his 40-point upside, and he literally went for over 40. And it's not like it's the craziest call, but and I think this was my only Kareem Hunt share too. I think we were saying like I was like, oh, you're like you got to get your Kareem, and I was like, yeah, I need a Kareem share. And 2 of these guys less than 100% drafted. It was really just DK Metcalf that killed me. And I looked back at the stream. Tet was only a few picks further down in the ranks. And then he was literally in this next lineup. So really getting close. Need 2 more if anyone wants to hop in. I just can't help but feel like the field's slightly overreacting to the elite quarterback. Like I don't feel as scared about getting buried by these guys. Because what Hurts is Hurts going to run for 3, throw for 3? Not that he necessarily has to do that to separate, but
it's like it's at that point you like Dak too, probably to push him, and he's cheaper.
Right. Yeah.
So just how we were talking with Al, you did need Allen in this format to win, right? Or did the Brissett?
No. Well, the first place Brissett had Purdy.
Oh yeah,
and then the next 2 had Josh Allen. Pick 48. CMC1, you go Kyron after he fell. George Kittle, secondary team stack. Or I guess he ended up doing the double stack. And then bring back Michael Wilson. Yeah, it's just crazy. You can get there with 19-point quarterback when Josh Allen went for 44. You just could
Yeah.
never get Josh Allen and CMC. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that made up that a little bit of that difference, but then you just hit the nuts at wide receiver too. But yeah, if this lineup just had Tet, we would be going to Kansas City. I just don't think it was really possible the way ADP lined up. And I was mostly fading DK. He was just a value at that point. What pick was it? Pick 35. I mean, it's not that much of a value. I think he was ADP 28 or ADP 30 by the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little bit of a fall, nothing too crazy. I just really didn't have any DK. We talked about it. Way too many high projected teams for an elite to separate this week, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm on that same page, and I don't think like you can't get there, but I just don't think I think the field's just slightly overreacting. Like all these guys are going in the second round, and then Mahomes 2-3.
Seen a lot of people starting to get to Darnold with how high projected they are. If the RBs just don't get in, and it's like JSN go off.
Let's take a look. See, these top guys are all projecting for over 20. We just got Goff real late, and he's projecting 19, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Prescott projecting low, which is a little surprising. Not shocked about the Dimes projection.
Can't ignore Brissett. He's been really consistent.
I did one Brissett, the one with Trey McBride.
And I think you can take him naked. There's like Dortch can get in, and I don't think that burns you in the DBQ. And if he runs it, you're cooking.
Okay, we're on the clock. It wants Derrick Henry again. Do you want to go Rasheed?
Yeah,
Or do
let's
you wanna
go. You want to go Rasheed here? Lean into it early. Let's do Rasheed. I was on him yesterday.
Okay.
Let's get bullish on Rasheed. They're gonna feed right. We're on the narrative. They just feed Rasheed in a must-win game. They go their best player.
Yep. So yeah, I wanted to pull up this team that I drafted earlier that you liked. With Brissett. Where is it? Here it is. Got ETN at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Brees Hall at 42.
Very nice.
Mini correlation stack with the bring back. I don't hate it. It's not the worst.
Nah, it's nice.
It's not bad like when you take a tight end first round to end up with something like this. It's a little tough to land the plane sometimes. What did we take? We took Rasheed. Do you think Mahomes falls to 31 ever? Not. I don't think we'd ever take him at 18, but I'm just curious.
Yeah,
If
he can definitely get to mid third round. Somebody might sprick us, but that's okay. We'll live with it.
Go easy cards in here. And if I'm not mistaken, you had the 101 earlier and went JT, so just mixing up the exposure. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gibbs' ceiling is so elite.
Man, Jameson Williams at pick 14. Crutch is taking Drake May, and he's usually not an elite quarterback guy, so maybe it is a bit of a tier break, but
what do you think he goes? Like Kamara, Aaron Jones, 3-4? Take your guess. That's mine.
Yeah, he's got his running back values he seems to like, so wants us to take Mahomes, but hold on, I have team stacking on like super high.
Diggs. Is it Diggs or Javante or ETN? Probably ETN.
It's not projecting great. I guess.
Genty.
It's too late.
Too gross.
It's all right. So we start with Rashee Rice, Travis Etienne. We just saw Etienne go at the 1-2 turn. I don't hate it. He's falling a little bit just because of the projection, but if Tootin gets ruled out, I imagine his projection goes up a little bit. Josh and Hayden had him in their top 10. So I don't hate it. It was a little bit flat at wide receiver. Anyone stand out to you out of these wide receivers? I guess Diggs.
Diggs.
I like Zay Flowers.
So what I was gonna say next.
Tight end. Warren. We've taken a lot of Warren.
Do we reach on like a bring back Michael Wilson with ETN?
I don't want to reach on Michael Wilson.
Okay.
He said, yep, 3 JT, 2 Gibbs, and 1 Bijan. Yeah, I think that's the way to play it this week. Just spread it out. Those guys are all insanely talented, all have a high ceiling, so might as well have just even exposures.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to play those three, really. I think you gotta. And then mix up your combos. Yeah,
Ooh, Emmanuel Wilson at 26. Let's go. It just makes me feel good about our early bags. People just need confirmation sometimes, whether it's the tweet that says that Jacobs is out or for ETR to project Wilson for 14 and Jacobs for 0. You really got to take risks in these things early. Ooh.
Yeah, we got to go, Mahomie. You got to go, Patrick Mahomie. Stack. Let's do it.
Okay.
This could better feed families. We're going to tell our kids how we got a third round Patrick Mahomes stack with Rashee Rice, and they're going to be like, Dad, no.
I hope Jacobs plays. I have 2 flex late click teams. That would be crazy good. I mean, if we see him in the 6th round, I'm willing to take him for sure. I just wasn't willing to do it in like the 3rd and the 4th. But yeah, if you have 2 flex late clicks that you can easily swap, would be awesome if you get to rolled in, because then you just have crazy value.
LaFleur said he's like true day to day, and if there's one thing we know about Josh Jacobs, the dude just like plays through like every injury possible. So it's a good bet to put on Jacobs late.
Yeah, I guess the only bear argument against that is they got the Thanksgiving game we were just talking about, so you might just want to rest him for that because it's against the Lions, right? And that's a huge
divisional game. And another bear argument to it is if he does suit up, I bet you they still play Emmanuel Wilson a decent amount, and maybe they kill each other's value. So that'd be
just kind of split the load a little bit more. Only do a real questionable RB in the flex and a 12-man. Yeah, I mean, it's a great strategy, clicking those late Q tags, because if they get ruled in, you got a stud for cheap. If they get ruled out, you have an easy swap.
I also think in 12-mans, like you're playing with deeper pool of players, so then that adds another layer of like tiered players into the pool. So like the swaps are more valuable. Like in 6-mans, we're just playing with like complete studs, so swapping can be harder.
There goes Mike Wilson. Goff at 38. Love to see it. I've seen Goff go at the 2-3 turn.
Mm-hmm. Monty. He's a Monty lover. Love.
I wouldn't have minded Monty.
Nah, he's a beast. I like Monty. I love
I
that
want
angle.
Aaron Jones if we can get him.
He went Kelsey Monty, so I was wrong.
Ooh, we get Aaron Jones because this guy has 2 running backs already. Sam Olsen, goat.
Let's do it. I like it.
Ooh, look, the solver agrees, so don't even need a solver. Unless you like Rome, because I know you like that game.
Rome, more like.
Rome never projects well. So it's like, do you like Rome or not?
Nah, too many guys, too many mouths to feed. He hasn't done it. He needs to prove it again before I spend my cash on him. Like
Nobody
Jones.
likes Rome or DK, though. And you're saying you like that game, so at some point we're going to have to lean into that. I like this, though, just because I think Aaron Jones is underpriced.
Revenge game.
He'll be a 3rd rounder by tomorrow.
Revenge game, Lambeau Leap. It's happening. You know it.
$1.03. If you would have told me you can get Lamar, JT, JJ, and a daily 12-man, I would have called you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a crazy trio, actually.
That shows you the state of 9 right now. You know, that's all that says. I think JT Lamar is the normal combo, but JT Jefferson and Lamar is wild from a preseason perspective.
Right? If this was week 1, all 3 of those guys would go within the first 15 picks, probably.
JT was cheaper probably week 1, but yeah, not after that.
JT was still expensive week 1 just because from my memory, he played the Dolphins, and surprisingly, that wasn't a great game for him, but Nez was all over that from the Badge Bros. He said JT was the best eliminator pick because his bye wasn't until week 11, and he had the Dolphins week 1. So if you had a lot of JT in eliminator, you did pretty well. I didn't really play the eliminator, sadly, but now that I understand how it works and watching everyone sweat it on streams and stuff, I understand like what a good team looks like and what the strategy with like bye weeks and all that. So I'm definitely going to try to attack that next year. Try to do some streams on that.
Yeah, it looks like a fun tournament.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of head-to-heads. So it's basically friends and family home league, but for a lot of money once you get deep into it. Metcalf and Odunze go right after us. I still like the Jones pick, but at some point I want to lean into these guys because I like that game. You like that game.
They're cheap.
And Metcalf, we had the Bengals cornerback, DJ Turner narrative. So he's a good positive regression candidate for sure. But yeah, that trio is crazy. Weird year. I did one fourth quarter best ball contest where the playoff weeks are 14, 15, 16, 17, and the qualifier week 1 is 14, so you can't really draft Drake May or those guys. I mean, you can, but you're just kind of taking zeros the first week. Such a weird contest, and so weird seeing how the ADPs have shaken up compared to when we drafted in summer.
Feels like good value for Swift.
Yeah. Crutches took Kelsey again for the second time and Demont.
But I do like the pass catchers better.
We need a wide receiver and a tight end. I don't really want to do the double stack. We could, but could do the mini correlation with Romeo Dobbs. I know we just took Romeo, but Jake Ferguson, Juwan Johnson.
I like Jake. That doesn't love it, but what do you
It's
think?
a tight end, so it's not gonna project better than the other ones. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I like him in that matchup. I feel like Philly's gonna have a good plan for CD and Pickens, and Dak could look to Ferguson. It's kind of the narrative I'm telling myself on him.
Yeah, and this has been a pretty elite structure. Looking at the stats, I'll pull up real quick. So with 33 qualifiers, the majority of the time the QB stack does get there, but naked is totally viable. But when they do stack, single stack gets there majority of the time. Doesn't mean double stack isn't viable. And then when they do single stack, QB plus wide receiver gets there the most. And then we're not seeing bring back on the QB get there a ton, only 75% of the time it's not coming back. And then, yeah, it's only got there like a handful of times. So I think we have a good structure here, like two decent running backs, QB single stack, decent tight end, and then we just got to find a decent wide receiver that doesn't necessarily need to correlate. I mean, we could do the double stack. I just feel like I'm doing too much Worthy.
Could swap to Taekwon though, makes it a little more attractive.
Christian Watson mini correlation.
I've been taking Shaheed here. I know he's kind of not projecting pretty gross, but
I think we just saw Go AZ Cards do that, did we not?
Yeah, I think he'd take him, but I have a lot of Shaheed too. I like him. You just don't need a lot from him to pay off. I think in that sixth hole, the sixth.
You want to go Shaheed? I'm not against it.
Yeah. I mean, he was close to catching a tutty. It's like one more week in the offense. I think they got to get him going. Horton's out again. Cup's got to go.
I don't hate Christian Watson as well for the mini correlation with Jones, but I'm on board because I feel like this is going to be low owned, high ceiling. So we did 2 last night. We've done 3 tonight. We started a little earlier than normal. So I did want to mention that on Chad's stream today, he mentioned he's been rewatching our streams back, but it's been a little bit too late for him to watch live. And then another person in the chat said they subscribed, but it's a little late for them. So we did move it up from 9 o'clock. We have been doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 9 o'clock Eastern. Moved it up tonight to 8:30 Eastern, which will be the time going forward. And potentially we'll move it even earlier. But for now, that's going to be the plan. And appreciate that feedback. So let's see. So what I was getting to though is we did 2 last night, 3 today. We started a little earlier. Do you want to do one more so we get to our 6?
Yeah. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I mean, if it's not close to filling, then maybe we call it. But if we're at least halfway full here, then okay, we're only waiting for 2 people. So this will only take like 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. Just a reminder, we got a giveaway going on right now. You comment CD Herbert, Ceedee Herbert, and you can have a chance to win Javonte Williams, rated rookie, Christian Gonzalez, pink prism rookie, Justin Herbert, luminance, pink rookie, CeeDee Lamb, absolute football rookie, and then a Jalen Hurts select rookie premier level, which is above concourse. And then Go Easy Car said no chase, so I think I will throw a Fant dart. What were you saying though about so Kevin was all
back
on
this week.
Fant earlier, and then he sent me a tweet about Gesicki, full participant. I like the fan angle though too. So it's tough. Now it's a little muddier. It's a good shout though, because
Pats can be had with the tight end.
yo, he said I need to draft with you all more. I doubled my 101s just tonight. We bring the good vibes, we bring the good luck, we bring the good
come on, man. Come hang out. We're gonna be here every Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll get you that 101.
Just sadly, the DBQ is about to be over, which sucks. But we got big plans. Yeah. I mean, I know the season's coming to an end, and we're going to be doing turkey drafts next week. We're going to be doing playoff best ball. We're going to do battle royales. But going into next season, we're going to, hit this a lot harder, do a lot of best ball, do a lot of dog bowls, maybe even increase the amount of times we stream per week, do some more, pre-uploads. Yesterday on live, we did our slate preview, but I think in the future that'll be like a Monday, Tuesday pre-upload, and then we'll just go live with the drafts. But yeah, a lot planned. So lot more 101s for you in the future.
And chances at some free cards. So it's always a good time to tune in, win some free stuff.
Yo, what's up, Mathology? Thanks for stopping by, man.
What's going on?
He's in this draft.
He's in this one too. Yeah.
We're at the Alamo, baby. We got to punch these tickets.
Should we get our boy Trey?
At this point, we've faded Saquon 3 times, which feels kind of bad, but I'm down.
No Lane this week. They've struggled to run the ball all year. Dallas just added Quinnen to kind of help solidify that. So
all right. But yeah, we're rooting for you, Mathology. You've been all over it, man. And we both enjoy the show and been tuning in every week. We've been seeing you at the top of the leaderboard, and hopefully this is the week with this crunch time.
Yeah. I love your flannel stream. Always check that out. I always think you guys have great takes on that show. So it's nice to hear some ideas.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite show of the week right now. It's gonna suck once Dog Bowl's over because it's gonna be just back to the normal 6-mans. But yeah, just like a nice early preview of the slate. And the 12-man just run so deep, so you just really got to dive deep, and they do a good job of that.
Yeah,
great guest too.
Coach Speak Index on too, which was like, what a pull. That dude's Twitter is like so elite in the fantasy community. It's insane.
Yeah, they got great guests on every week. It's been a lot of fun. Go Easy Card says, notice wide receivers are getting thinner quicker with ranks out. Yeah, it was kind of a guessing game. It just felt so flat before projections, and now I guess people have the answers to the test, so to speak, but you never know. Maybe next week, Underdog brings back the $15 12-man contest. That'd be a lot of fun because we've been messing with the squib kick a little bit, but it's just kind of hard to get out of bed for $1,000 to first place. I mean, it's a fun way to just get some practice drafts in, but if the $15 one, that'll be something to stream. Math says, appreciate it, boys. Best of luck this week. Speaking of this week, we are on the clock, Kevin. Here. So what do you want to do here?
I think we go May. I think we lean into May.
All right.
I just don't love the other stuff either.
I feel like we got to mix in some Javante, but no, thanks, Math. Good luck to you. I love the stuff you're saying about like the Alamo and get your guy season. And yeah, it really is crunch time. It's now or never. This is such a overreaction to last week, but that's fine. I think why we can get away with this build now, whereas we probably can't get away with this build on Friday, is projections just dropped an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, and we could still maybe sneak in an Emmanuel Wilson. We could maybe still sneak in an Aaron Jones, whereas come Friday, I feel like those guys are all in the third round, kind of like last week where they all went in a row once all the news broke. So I think we can get away with this today and today only.
RBs are just getting pushed down a bit now. I know Chase Brown's gotten pulled up, but Javante's fallen, Judkins has fallen, Ken's kind of stayed where he's stayed. But yeah, it just seems like I don't know. I don't hate like the third round running backs. Doesn't seem terrible. Kamara, Jones. Who else? It's an RB list.
Go Easy Cards made a good point. Like if you were drafting on Monday or Tuesday, T. Higgins, George Pickens, Jamison Williams, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, all these receivers pre-projections were going like late second, third round, and now he's saying notice wide receivers are getting thinner quicker with ranks out. Like we saw Mythology Superstar Drafter go receiver here. So by the time it gets to us, yeah, it just kind of thins out.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a good shout. It's definitely changed in that capacity.
Damn, Genty would have been nice.
And he was falling too. That's another one. He was going late.
I think it's going to want us to take Emmanuel Wilson here. But
we can get the dig stack, but we're probably going to get sniped because, as we know, you can't have nice things in the dog bowl.
True. We're going to get sniped on digs, though. There's no way he makes it to us. I wonder.
Okay, one more. Yeah, I'm with you. At first, I was like, you can't play Diggs, DJ Turner, but I kind of like your narrative that he just lines up a little bit differently than the traditional alpha, and we got sniped. I wish there was a chat. It'd be so fun to talk shit in these. Kenneth Walker, I don't hate. Adunze, we could have just got like these guys way cheaper, so maybe we try to see if they fall.
I kind of want a Ken share. I don't really have one.
Let's go Ken.
Yeah.
It's a nice value on him.
Yeah, I don't think we're giving much up. It's been very well where he's gone.
See, Go Easy Cards was a good guy. Left Diggs for us, and we still got sniped.
He did take him there last draft, so he was trying to hook the boys up. Much appreciated.
That hurts. That would have been nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably better to get a running back though. Anyway.
Same thought came to my brain.
Do not hate Naked May either.
We can also get Henry. They were in the Jets game. They were running this like play action to a certain side to bring the linebacker up, and then they were running Diggs and Henry like right behind it. I'm surprised nobody's getting to like DeMario or anybody like that. But it's not projecting like crazy fast or crazy high total, I don't think.
See what Mathology does here. So we don't get the Emmanuel Wilson fall. I like that pick. Projecting well now. And we've seen Crutches take Kelsey a bunch. I guess he couldn't this time because he had Bowers. So he finally slid past Crutches. It's a nice start. I like that. Emmanuel Wilson's projecting better than Travion, projecting better than ETN. So you just got two sick receivers and a running back who's better than these guys. So, or at least just from the eyes of the ETR bros.
ETR behold us. Oh, Henry. Damn you.
I'm fine with the unstacked. I was just pulling up Awin's team here. We were talking about on Chad Candle's stream this morning where he went naked QB double bring back. I'm not saying we need a double bring back, but that was the only time that got there this season. But Naked May is just look Naked May. This one snacked him with Booty. I guess Booty Q tag's viable. We can pursue those ventures.
It's true.
Cozy Carson, Math, you better get that ticket. I need to have a beer with you. Yeah, I feel like a beer with Mathology would be legendary, especially on Underdog's tab.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like here? I don't mind leaning into Aaron Jones still.
Mm-hmm.
Who did we do that with last time? Who do you like? Do you want Rome? We need a receiver.
No, let's go Jones.
We did
Let's go.
Jones, Buster Boys.
Let's get another RB that can keep up with the boys. You can find some wide receiver value here.
I think I have a finish to this draft in mind, depending what falls, but something like this would look kind of nice, honestly. Christian Watson for the mini correlation with Aaron Jones, and then stack up May with Booty.
Yeah.
And then we could swap and just, like, I don't mind having a naked May. We don't need to swap to a Patriot.
Mm-hmm.
Mythology said, thanks, Charles. Building it for the gods and just praying they stop the slate with one up top. Yeah, this is the week. We just need all the things to go right. Get on the right game environments, like Math says, and let the rest shake out. Yeah, we need the gods, the fantasy gods, to be on our side. That's brutal, man. Yeah. I didn't even message you that week when you lost by like decimals. I just didn't even want to say anything. I think I sent you the dog bowl stats. That was about it that week, but yeah, you just got to keep knocking on the door. Hopefully get it this week, but if it's not this week, I think I told you, keep doing what you're doing. Next season, you're gonna be one of those guys that punches 3 seats.
Mm-hmm.
Seen Kenneth Walker go left side of the board, so I like where we got him. I feel like he'll continue to rise a little bit. I mean, maybe not like a ton, but Aaron Jones is projecting well. He'll rise for sure.
I think the coach said something about giving Ken the ball more.
Yeah, there was positive coach speak. Here goes Alec Pierce over Pittman again. So it looks like Go Easy Cards is on board with you because you liked Pierce over Pittman.
Mm-hmm. I just think that from watching, yeah, God Almighty, freaking, yeah, just Troy Franklin had a nice game against the Chiefs last week, so I think Pierce just profiles to that like speedy type, whereas Pittman profiles to Sutton type more. So
Yeah. Fucking Jags defense. Yeah, I think the Jags have really been the source of a lot of bad beats this season.
oh yeah, that was the week Bowers went nuclear on the Jags, right?
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about because he had
Mhm.
Loveland that week and Bowers went nuke. And then there was another week, I want to say both of us had BTJ. He had BTJ on a dog bowl lineup that I don't remember if he would have qualified if the touchdown didn't get called back. But I honestly didn't know that touchdown got called back. I think Travis Hunter got called for a penalty. And Math and I were talking on that Monday. And my 11th place finish in the Battle Royale for 4,000 had BTJ. And only one guy ahead of me had BTJ. Hold on, let's make the pick before I finish the story.
Yeah, let's stick to our plan, right?
You like this plan?
Yeah.
Well, you could also do Romeo Dobbs if you like. He projects 2 points.
You want to do Watson?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm over Dobbs. We have enough Dobbs.
That's fine. To finish the story, yeah, I had no idea because Math goes back and watches all the games. You'll go on NFL Plus, Film Room, whatever. And I watch a lot of Red Zone, so you miss these things sometimes. I didn't even know. I was just happy. I was like, oh, I got 11th place in the Battle Royale, sick, $4,000. And then he told me that BTJ touchdown got called back. If that didn't get called back, that was still when the first place was 50K, and I would have got the second for 25,000. So all of a sudden, I went from like happy about the 4,000 to tilting for the whole next week. Like literally the entire next week, just tilting. Because like it was literally just that close to nearly winning the Battle Royale. But that I can't complain just because that funded like all these dog bowls plus. So it's a good start to the season, but yeah, that one stung. So I feel like, yeah, the Jags have been the source of a lot of pain. Because I think Math had BTJ that week too and needed like one more. I don't know if it was like one more catch or like a touchdown. I know it was something like that. Yeah, deep threat versus KC. That makes sense. To be honest, fading Indy except JT. This is my only Indy non-J team. Yeah, I mean, Dimes isn't projecting super well. I like the Pierce angle though, and if you do think that game has a chance to shoot out, I think you're playing it the right way. So
it just seems like if the Colts are doing well, then you probably want to bring back, like you probably want it with like Rasheed, you know, so or like Worthy, Kelsey. You want to play that game heavier if you think the Colts are going to be in it.
Math goes with the naked Brissett. I like it. Out of all these guys at the bottom here, quarterback wise, he was projecting the best at 18 and change. So a lot of people don't like not stacking, but we've seen just going with the highest projection has got there time after time. So, and then looking at my stats, the naked quarterback has gotten there over a third of the time this season. So it's totally viable.
It's always those rushing type quarterbacks too.
We're on the clock, but we're just going to go booty. Full practice participant today. So I like it.
I like it even more.
This has been my favorite way to build QB single stack, mini correlation. And we were talking about how this game, yeah, it's not the best total, but you could tell yourself a story of how that shoots out a little bit potentially. Let's pull up the board, watch how this one finishes out, see what Go Easy Cards does. Got a lot of killers in this room. Jewish McCaffrey, Easy, Gunnar Ross, Crutches. So where'd Goff go?
5th round there.
Huh, so he fell again. Dart went before. I was going to do a Dart Theo to pair with Gibbs. Theo. Yeah, that would have been nice. Dart Theo. Yep. But I like Juwan Johnson, especially at the last pick. That's nice. Mathology said nothing left to stake up, so just went projection based. Was talking today, and we thought the 111 and 112 are probably donating this week. Yeah. It's a tough spot to to get home from for sure. I like what you did though. I haven't seen anyone do that. So if you can get those 30-point upside weeks from your, over the top big play receivers that you took, it's just like a different way to get there. So I like that. But yeah, it's definitely going to be hard. So some weeks, like last week, if you were at the right side of the board, unless you took Josh Allen, you were kind of donating. Just all those guys failed.
Yeah, I took a Travion Rice team. Just felt ugly.
There's nothing left to stack up. Oh, okay, I got it. People taking Otog Burrow now going for it all. Yeah, you can't take out Tag Burrow or else I'm pretty sure you're just screwed, right? You can't swap off that. And then even if he plays, I don't think you get his points, or maybe you do. I could be wrong, but it seems like one you'd want to wait on. So let's just, review these two teams of the guys in the chat. Methodology, we were just talking about his team, went Pickens and JMO, which I like because it's really tough from the right side of the board this week, just doing something a little different. Both these guys can get there on one play, and you're just hoping for those big ceiling games. You got Emmanuel Wilson, 3rd round, which he's projecting, like I said, better than Henderson, ETN, guys like Javonte Williams. You got a nice value there. He's almost certainly going to be more expensive come tomorrow, come Friday. So this team's going to age nicely. And I've also seen Crutches take Kelsey 3rd round a bunch. So I think you got a nice value there. And then I think Kevin, my buddy Merckx here, said he saw you earlier get Jalen Warren with the very last pick in a draft. So one way or another, that lineup or this lineup are going to age really nicely. And then Brissett, like I said, you just took the highest projecting player, which is totally viable. So I like that. And then do you want to review Go Easy Cards team?
Yeah, we got Gibbs to Javonte. Nice little 2 RB start. With the bring back with Devontae versus Javonte. Devontae. Gotta like Devontae. I mean, getting him cheaper than AJ just seems like a crime. But people are still trying to just buy that explosion AJ Brown week. And then Danny Pierce. I'm a big Pierce stan, so I'm always going to be liking that. And then Juwan, I mean, he's been 30 since the Shaheed trade. Good matchup. Nothing to pick out too hard there.
Yeah, it's well constructed. Good correlation. You got the QB single stack that's been getting home a lot, like we were talking about, and then you build in the mini correlation from a good game environment. So, statistically, based on what's been getting there this season, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, that's the construction. We talk about that. That's what I aim for in like every draft is like that construction.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely mix it up, but you can't go too wrong doing that. That's for sure. Quick couple updates before we hop off here. We got the giveaway. Make sure you comment CD Herbert for a chance to win these rookie cards. We've got the Javonte rated rookie, Christian Gonzalez pink prism rookie, the Herbert luminance pink rookie, CD Lamb absolute rookie, and the Jalen Hurts premier level rookie. We'll spin a wheel next stream on Tuesday for the winner. Another update, we're moving from 9 o'clock Eastern to 8:30 Eastern just to try to be a little more accommodating. Seemed like the 9 o'clock was a little late for some people, so might even go earlier than that, but for now it'll be 8:30 Tuesdays and Wednesdays going forward. And then one other thing, like it looks like Matt's final pick with the Brissett's getting blocked by these players. In our overlay, we got some overlay updates coming. We also got another overlay update that has a 3rd-person square, so we'll be able to bring on some guests. So a lot to look forward to. Good luck to everyone grinding the Dog Bowl this week. We hope you get home. Hopefully we could all be drinking beers in Kansas City in a couple weeks. And Kevin, you got anything before we sign off?
No, man. Go Easy Cards said we'll see you in the wake up chat in the morning. So yeah, I'll be tuning in. Actually, I might be running around doing some hunting, so we'll see. but would love to see
Yeah.
get some beers with y'all in KC.
Yeah, a
It's a
couple
dream.
more comments here just to wrap up. Math love Musgrave always there. If you wanted to backstack instead of going naked, that's for sure. No swap, but you get points if he plays. Okay. Yeah, I knew you get no swap, but that's cool that if he plays, you get that. And then you just mentioned that you said we'll see you in the wake up chat. Yeah, we'll definitely be in there in the morning, grinding and drafting with Chad. And Math says beers. Let's go. Yeah. We're in the Alamo, folks. Like Matt said, get your guy week. Got to lock in
Nothing.
all or nothing. So, yeah, CD Herbert, if you want a chance to win these cards. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode.
Peace.